this court case, this trial, he was arrested and did all of that for the past 2 years. Nobody ain't talking about this part.
Nobody said anything when he's been bombing the Palestinians for over 15 years, 20 years.
Right.
I mean, people are saying stuff, but he's never been held accountable.
Right. So like the prosecution rests. So the defense, he's supposed to be called to the stand 2 days before the bombing took place.
Oh man. Well,
yeah. Oh, he got in the courtroom. Yeah, he got in the courtroom. I was going to read what he was saying. I feel ill. I feel sick. Well, if you're that sick, why are you bombing another country if you're sick?
Because accountability makes people feel sick, especially for white supremacists. So there you have it.
Yeah. I feel good now. I feel good. Yeah. I feel. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna jump on off of here. So,
all right, Big J. Well, I'm home now. I'm home.
Are you finally home now? Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so happy to be home. Like the travel was over 24 hours yesterday, and it was a whole shit show. You know, and every time I get off the second plane or the third plane, I'm super nauseous. I feel fucking ill myself. And that's the only thing I don't like about traveling. I hate to be on planes. I hate it. So. All righty. Talk to you later, Big J.
All right, then. You have a good one, Pure.
You too. All right, bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to conclude this, y'all. This didn't go the way I wanted to go. Yeah, the world's going to shit because of white male insecurity. Yeah. Keyshawn, hey, I ain't seen you in a long minute. I ain't seen you in a long ass minute. Gypsy Trump. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna jump off of here, y'all. Y'all be easy. I'm just gonna time this out, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.
This morning on John Hoffman and Representative Melissa Hortman. We do not know their condition at this point. We know that these are involved in the two situations that we've been following in Champlin and Brooklyn Park, where each of them live. We are working to get more information on all of this just as soon as we can. But again, 2 Minnesota lawmakers shot this morning, confirmed by our sources, Senator John Hoffman of Champlin and Representative Melissa Hortman of Brooklyn Park. John Hoffman and Representative Melissa.
Because an unspeakable tragedy has unfolded in Minnesota. My good friend and colleague, Speaker Melissa Hortman, and her husband Mark, were shot and killed early this morning in what appears to be a politically motivated assassination. Our state lost a great leader, and I lost the dearest of friends. Speaker Hortman was someone who served the people of Minnesota with grace, compassion, humor, and a sense of service. She was a formidable public servant, a fixture and a giant in Minnesota. She woke up every day determined to make this state a better place. She is irreplaceable, and we've been missed by so many. Minnesota's thoughts and prayers are with her family, her loved ones, her children, and her parents. My prayers. We're here today because an unspeakable tragedy has unfolded in Minnesota. My good friend and colleague, Speaker Melissa Hortman, and her husband Mark, were shot and killed early this morning in what appears to be a politically motivated assassination. Our state lost a great leader, and I lost the dearest of friends. Speaker Hortman was someone who served the people of Minnesota with grace, compassion, humor, and a sense of service. She was a formidable public servant, a fixture and a giant in Minnesota. She woke up every day determined to make this state a better place. She is irreplaceable, and we've been missed by so many. Minnesota's thoughts and prayers are with her family, her loved ones, her children, and her parents. My prayers.
issued a shelter-in-place for a 3-mile radius surrounding the Edinburgh golf course for an emergency event. Officers are looking for a suspect in multiple targeted shootings who is considered armed and dangerous. The suspect is a white man with brown hair. He is wearing black body armor over a blue shirt and blue pants. Police say he may misrepresent himself as law enforcement. Please be careful if you are in that area. We're also been told that people are told to not answer the door. There's a knock at the door unless they see more than one law enforcement officer there. Once again, a live look there in Brooklyn Park, shelter in place there for people within a 3-mile radius of the Edinburgh golf course. This is a
Park Police Department. The question is, how did we get to Representative Hortman's house, and it was proactively or not. The circumstances that unfolded in Brooklyn Park this morning is that we assisted the Champlin Police Department on a shooting. That shooting was made aware by one of our sergeants that it was at Senator Hoffman's home. In hearing that very intuitive sergeant asked our officers to go check on Melissa Hortman's home, a representative that lives in our community, just proactively as due diligence to swing by. That police officer and his partner pulled down the street when they arrived at Melissa's house. They noticed that there was a police vehicle in the driveway with the lights, emergency lights on, and what appeared to be a police officer at the door coming out of the house. When our officers confronted him, the individual immediately fired upon the officers, who exchanged gunfire, and the suspect retreated back into the home.
Was this an actual police officer or an impersonating police officer?
Yes, the question is, was it a real person or a person impersonating a police officer? It was not a real police officer. This is somebody that clearly had been impersonating a police officer, again, using the trust of this badge and this uniform to manipulate their way into the home.
So Chief Early, Janet Shortle, Para 11, the person not only was wearing a badge posing as a police officer, when they approached their victims, they had a car with lights and sirens?
Yes, the question is what kind of vehicle, how were they dressed? They did drive a vehicle that looked exactly like an SUV squad car. It was equipped with lights, emergency lights that looked exactly like a police vehicle. And yes, they were wearing a vest with taser, other equipment that would, a badge very similar to mine, that no question if they were in this room, you would assume that they are a police officer.
Chief of the story that news. Can you describe the moments after that played out? You said the person went into the home, and then can you help us understand the next 10, 15 minutes of how we got to where we're at now?
Yeah, briefly, although I'm just going to remind us that this is an absolutely active investigation. We have thousands of people sheltered in place in the city of Brooklyn Park right now. We are in an extensive manhunt involving hundreds and hundreds of police officers and SWAT teams searching, gridding off areas as we believe confidently the suspect had fled out the back of the house after being confronted by the police. Very briefly, after the officers had exchanged gunfire and the suspect retreated into Melissa's home, they immediately went up to the threshold and looked in and seen a male that was down, clearly had been struck by gunfire. They made limited penetration, grabbed a hold of the male and drug him out to safety to attempt first aid. However, he was pronounced dead shortly after that. At that point, the officers surrounded the house, got additional resources and SWAT resources, and then ultimately went in with a drone identifying a female in the home.
Now, in Minnesota, according to Fox 9, overnight, 2 Democratic lawmakers were shot by an individual impersonating a police officer. The 2 lawmakers are Senator John Hoffman and Representative Melissa Hortman. According to Fox 9 in Brooklyn Park, an individual representing a police officer shot both Hortman and Hoffman in their homes overnight along with their spouses. There's currently a shelter-in-place alert if you are in the area for the Edinburgh golf course and the 3-mile radius around it. We don't know what the condition is of the 2 Democratic lawmakers. This is horrific news, folks. And obviously we are hoping and praying that they are okay, along with their spouses, that they are okay. But this is yet another form of political violence in the United States of America. According to Fox 9, the individual was impersonating a police officer in what appears to be a targeted assassination of some sort. So I'll provide you and follow along for all the news you need to know about. More to come very soon.
hurt by that vote. And we worked very hard to try to get a budget deal that wouldn't include that provision. I know that people will be hurt by that vote. And we worked very hard to try to get a budget deal that wouldn't include that provision. I know that people will be hurt by that vote. And we worked very hard to try to get a budget deal that wouldn't include that provision. I know that people will be hurt by that vote. And we worked very hard to try to get a budget deal that wouldn't include that provision. I know that people will be hurt by.
Again, this is the district where Senator John Hoffman lives and represents. Again, we are working to confirm just as many details as we possibly can, but our sources say that both have been shot, and we want to be careful. We don't know their conditions, but we need to monitor this very, very carefully. Here is a statement from Governor Tim Walz. He says, I have been briefed this morning on the ongoing situation involved targeting shootings in Champlin and Brooklyn Park. The Minnesota Department of Public Safety and local law enforcement are on the scene, and we will share more information soon. Again, that is from Governor Tim Walz within the last few minutes or so. Again, back to that shelter in place at the 3 miles around the Edinburgh Golf Course. I want to point out the updated alert for that shelter in place from the Brooklyn Park Police Department. They are looking for a suspect who is a white male, brown hair, dressed like law enforcement. They say do not approach this person. Do not answer your door unless 2 officers approach the door with you, and unless you are able to confirm that it is indeed officers at your door. Call 911 to verify the officer identity first. So this is a very fluid situation, as you can imagine, unfolding for the last several hours.
Apparently, it's only one update on the tragedy in Minnesota. Apparently, it's only one suspect that was dressed like a police officer. I'm going to throw my little bit of skepticalism that's going on right now. There is anti-police officer riots about to start all over the country today. Now, miraculously, in the state of Minnesota, someone dressed as a police officer goes and assassinates Representative Hortman and Senator Hoffman. I just have this fucking damn feeling this is going to turn into fucking 2 men in a MAGA hat screaming MAGA country. Just fits the narrative that they're trying to push for today. Bad police officers and Trump supporters are domestic terrorists. Covering up the fact that the fucking riots have been perpetrated by the left. I'm not saying any of this correlates together at all. It is a fucking tragedy. I'm just saying that the math ain't fucking mathin', or the math is mathin', with the police officer thing, what they were planning today, what people were discovering, what the rioters' plans today were to fucking impersonate Trump supporters. I'm not saying anything is correlating. I'm just throwing suspicion out there because I'm suspicious about everything that's going on, especially today. What do you guys think? Don't forget to like and share and throw your fucking comments. Fuck, I need to know your opinion on this shit. Is this just going to be another Jussie Smollett? Or is this fucking real deal tragedy that we're dealing with? We're going to have to wait and see. I'll keep you up.
Yeah, this was just a little while ago, a couple of hours ago, I think, before we knew a lot of the information. But obviously prayers with both of these lawmakers' families, and repeating the sentiments of everybody from the mayor of Mounds View, Zach Lindstrom, that everybody is okay. We do know that later today there's the No Kings protest that's going to be happening, and the reiteration here that, you know, let's do this safely, and if you see something, say something, and we'll continue to follow these developments. So. At about 2 o'clock in the morning is when the first incident, we're told, happened at the home of Senator John Hoffman and his spouse. And then a short time later, we understand that So again, and those what's really kind of unnerving about the way this happened, according to our sources, is that the suspects were dressed as though they were law enforcement and then left in a vehicle that was also. Do we want to go to break now, or do you want to keep rolling? Okay, all right, let's go to break. We'll come right back. We'll continue to follow the very latest here. We have more information that we want to bring to you, and we'll do that here on the other side of the break.